Well, hey everybody, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna be doing more videos like this, really just explainers. We've gotten so many questions on the channel about twin flame energy, and especially now in Lionsgate moving through this very strong energy. There's a lot of things I want to address. Okay, I have my notes right here. I was up all night, really, from like 2 to 5. uh, because the downloads were coming fast and furious. I had my phone and I'm like making notes, making notes, making notes. And I want to say to you, this is why meditation is so important. Okay? Because all y'all can access your own information and personalized connection. As we've been talking about this for a long time. This is not news, okay? This is not news. Y'all have the ability, every single person on this planet has the ability to access their own higher power, okay? And when you do that, the information that comes down can sometimes be jarring, because a lot of what has been happening with me is information that is shifting some old belief systems that I grew up with and have been, sort of carrying around, and they're not fitting anymore. Okay, so first of all, what I want to talk about today is really signs of union, signs that a union are coming, or union is coming, because I have talked about this in readings recently. I've talked about this in readings recently, that I see union coming, and I want to go through some notes, okay? So this is going to be kind of groundbreaking because hi train, because I feel like there's some real misconceptions, and I have been shifting into this new paradigm. We've been talking about new paradigms of relationships. We've been talking about upending old paradigms, belief systems, and things. You truly, if you are if you are moving into this place of like, I just don't resonate with that anymore, okay, or those people, or that job, or that lifestyle, or this kind of behavior. I just don't resonate with that anymore. You find yourself losing people and even jobs or things like that, especially if the job thing happens, especially if you are here to do spiritual work, which will now be supported in terms of abundance. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff this fall about abundance and growing your spiritual practice of whatever it is, because in order to help people, you have to be able to create abundance for yourself. You have to be able to create a reliable source of revenue, excuse me, so that that's not the first thing on your mind is drawing money to yourself. It's just a thing. You just know what happens. It's not really like a big deal. You don't wake up every morning and go, oh, how am I going to pay that electric bill? You don't, because it's just there, because you're on your path. Okay, so we're going to be doing that this fall. Yeah, August into fall. This week, I am going to be having some surgery. Okay, it's not life-threatening. It's something I've been needing to do for a long time. It's good, it's happy, it's joyful, it's great, okay? And it's something that is going to improve my quality of life. So I am going to be doing this. And so this week, since I don't really know how this is going to impact me, all right, we're back. Epic fail on the camera. So since I don't really know how this is going to impact me, I'm going to do a series of readings. All Zodiac is going to get a reading for this week. We're going to be doing some timeless readings, and then you'll see me show up again later in the week, okay? So just, know it's going to be a little bit of a different look this week, and, no worries. Okay, so before I get too far afield here, I want to talk about the signs of twin flame union. And some downloads that have been happening to me. Like I said, I was up all night, really just like, oh my God, like I couldn't take notes fast enough. Now that we're out of Mercury, now Mercury's gone direct, right? We're into the Lionsgate period. There's something about this energy that is really big. And I think I said it in some of the readings earlier about twin flame unions coming together. Now, there are plenty of people on this planet who think the twin flame moniker is a lot of hooey. Okay? You've heard that. And I'm going to say, I understand the point of view. So here's what I want to say to you to try and shift your viewpoint about this thing that we're talking about. Okay? Twin flame is an energy, not a person. Okay? Every single person on this planet, because we are all here at this time in the history of this planet, in the history of mankind, we have chosen to be here. We are souls that have chosen to be here. And it is about raising the vibration of this planet. This is our mission. This is the big overarching big picture mission. Everyone on this planet is going to go through an ascension process. Now you can do it kicking and screaming, or you can do it like you guys are doing it, who you all are seeking out information, looking for help, wanting to know what's going on. How can I build, this process? How can I open up more to my intuition? How can I do all this work? And I do feel like there has been this stuckness. And I'm going to say, I feel like this has been going on for at least a year. And the stuckness is, I want this one person to come into union with me. It's a very 3D way of looking at things, okay? So to shift your mindset about twin flame energy, because right now I feel like most of the question, not most, but a good chunk of the questions are about how can I get this person to ascend? How can I get this person to heal their stuff so we can be in union? How can we have relationship? Because I want to get married and I want to have a house and a dog, and not necessarily, right? But like that is the sort of way we're talking about this. I want to shift your mindset into number one, everyone's going to do it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to really spend a lot of time thinking you're doing it wrong. Okay, that's a childhood mindset that someone stuck in your head that like, you're doing it wrong. You're not doing this correctly. That's why you're not in union yet and all this kind of stuff. No, that's why divine timing exists. Like, trust the universe, trust that the universe knows what it's doing. Okay? You can want to know what's going on, so meditate, so watch people, okay, who are helping you reach into those nuggets of information that you're getting and being like, yes, okay? Because you guys who are watching these things, you're the leaders. There are millions of people on this planet who are not even close to being spiritually connected or anything like that. You guys are the leaders, right? If you think, whoever you're watching on YouTube, including me, if you think we're the leaders, we're part of this circle with you, okay? You get me? We're all part of this soul family with you. You are part of my soul family, okay? That's why you're here. That's why you have sought out this information. Because if you didn't seek out if you were not awakened enough to seek out this information, it would make no sense to you. It'd be like sitting in a class of, for me, going to MIT and sitting in one of the advanced classes and being like, not one word of that made sense to me. Doesn't mean I'm dumb at all. It just means that's not really my mission. That's not my path. Okay, that's all that means. And I do feel like, a lot of people feel like they're not capable, and that's why some of the jobs things are happening. So we're going to get to that in a minute. But I really want to, let's talk about signs of union. And the thing I want really to majorly shift you into is, it's not a person, it's an energy. So, all right, so Ellie wanted to come in. right? Okay. And you got to pay attention to an Ellie because she just keeps jumping in the window, and I got to do it. Okay. So without further ado, let's get to the signs of the union here. This is going to be groundbreaking for people. As long as you shifted into that mindset that it's not a person, it's an energy. And what I mean by that is there is not just one person who is your twin. And this is, yes, this does contradict my belief system from before. That's how I know I'm ascending, is that I'm now open to this new paradigm of the idea that, oh, wow, I keep thinking that this person is my twin. So no matter what kind of goofy bullshit they throw at me, I'm like, oh, but I gotta like manage this. I gotta deal with this because they're my twin. And I'm here to tell you that that is actually the universe saying to you, this is a test of self-love. So no longer taking BS, bad behavior. All right. Self-love is self-protection. I did a video earlier, well, last week now, on why it's important not to take bad behavior on the twin flame journey. Why is that important? This is actually a test. This is actually the universe going, okay, how much bad bullshit are you going to take? How much negative behavior? How much blowing off? How much ghosting? How much breadcrumbing? How much third party? How much stuff that hurts? How much stuff are you going to take? Because this is an indicator of self-worth, right? And self-love. If you are still taking bad behavior because in the name of twin, well, it's my twin. What do you want me to do? Right? Like, this person is who I'm supposed to be with. And so I got to try and heal them, or I got to try and, no, you don't. Okay? This is what I want to say to you today is the way, and I've been saying this for a while, but now it makes sense to me that releasing attachment to a particular person is a self-loving behavior. When you see yourself excusing some really heinous kind of self undermining, hurtful kind of stuff, that is a not trigger. Well, it could be a trigger. I hope it's a trigger, but it is a sign. This is a sign. Like, hey, you're falling into an old paradigm, an old mindset about what twin is. Okay? Twin flame is one of the pieces of this ascension that we're going through. Okay? I used to say, and I hope you're not offended by this, but I used to feel that twin flame is kind of like God's bait. It's the way of like, I so want high vibration love in my life. This is such an amazing thing that is going to be in my life. Finally, I'm going to get the love I deserve in my life. And those are all things that are going to be happening. But in order for that to truly happen, the healing and everything on your part also comes with releasing. Someone has got you stuck in a third-party situation for years, okay? And they drop into your life and they leave, and they drop into your life and they leave. And you're like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm like, no, okay, so the first thing is like no sex, right? Or something like that. Like there's some boundary comes up of like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Okay, that's fine. And I think that will change the cycle. But what you're seeing here is this is a very modified runner-chaser cycle. So all of the different varieties and versions, as unique as snowflakes, some of them, can be runner-chaser. So for example, perhaps your twin is married, or the person you believe, let's just say that, okay, the person you believe to be your twin is married or has other commitments or things like that. and they engage you, and there's a lot of discussion, a lot of talk, a lot of sort of openness. And then once it gets to the place of like, oh, we're going to move this into a third party affair, there's going to be sex involved, whatever, that person clams up. Okay, then that's a jarring thing. But then the relationship continues. It's like they've pulled out. They begin to pull out any kind of closeness or anything like that. And so you believe, because of this deep connection with this person, you believe, oh well, they're my twin. Like, okay, and there's no sex going on. There's none of that behavior going on. So it can't be that toxic or whatever. No, it is. It is. And that person could be doing a lot of things. That person could be getting their needs met in a way that makes them feel like they're not doing anything wrong in their paradigm or whatever that is. They're stuck in an old paradigm of, I've got to stay in an unhappy relationship because of my religious upbringing or my family or whatever, or because I believe that that's, duty, right? A duty. Whatever they believe, it's all them. Okay, this is up to them. You do not have to take part in any of this, and let them deal with their stuff. And really, for you, it's about, I don't really care what their problem is. I really don't. What's important for you to understand is that attracting someone that is in a third party situation, that is unavailable to you, is reflecting to you the healing work that needs to take place in you. And when you do that healing work, that disappears. Because what happens is you get to the point of self-love. I am no longer allowing myself to be treated this way. Okay? And say what you want about, third parties and, oh, I'm, a co-conspirator and all of that stuff. That's all like part of this healing work. But I'm just saying to you, as someone who may be the third party waiting and, sort of resisting any other people in your life, or resisting moving geographically, or resisting moving on in your career, or, doing things so that things will be positioned so this person who you've labeled a twin can be with you. If it's in alignment with where you're going, fine. Like abundance and creating, building a house, or, doing what you want to do, having dogs and having fun and seeing your friend, whatever it is, if it's in alignment with your purpose, great. But if you're doing some things in your life that really are about the other person and not really necessarily something you would do, like, would I do this if they weren't at all around? I'm not sure. Don't really care about that much. I mean, I see how that might work, and so I'm trying to make the divine timing thing like be supported. So I'm gonna, I've heard myself say, have a place to land for them to land and things like that. So the signs of a twin flame union is that you no longer take this bullshit behavior. You're like, oh, I see how unloving this is to myself. I see not just that, however you want to label it, as wrong or immoral or whatever the code is, whatever the paradigm is that you recognize bad behavior by, whatever is bad behavior to you. Okay, this is not my bad behavior. This is your and as you're moving into twin flame union, and as you're moving into union with self, some old paradigms do get up leveled or upended, which is why I have been talking about the traditional marriage is likely to get upended, which is very, very true because of the underpinnings of that, because of all of the things I have been saying over the course of these last months about how does it support where we're going. That will be the new marriage. Okay, whatever that looks like. I don't know what that looks like yet. But whatever we've been doing is old paradigm stuff, and there's some things about it that are no longer supportive of ascension. Okay? It could be freedom from stuff, right? Here in the United States, you accumulate stuff, right? Maybe that's going. I know millennials, and there's a lot of generations behind me who are like eschewing all this stuff kind of thing. We want experiences. We want those kinds of, you see that shift in that paradigm. So how is marriage going to be one of those institutions upended? How is in service of ascension, in service of this? So having more boundaries, third-party situations, no longer allowing yourself to be treated in a certain way that is not in alignment with self-love. Okay? At the end of this video, I am going to give you a bonus. And this bonus is, if you want to see what's blocking self-love, this is the perfect way to do that. Very simple. Okay? I'm going to do that at the end of this video. So the next thing so you know that twin flame union is coming when you start moving out of your old belief systems. When you start saying, oh, wait, my belief system is about self-love. So all this bad bullshit behavior that I've been accepting and allowing, no longer allow it. Done. And it's like, now it seems like very simple, because of the shift in mindset of, you do not have to accept bad behavior or behavior that is not in alignment with higher vibration experiences, because you now know, because I'm telling you, and because you know this in your soul somewhere, that twin flame is not a person, it's an energy. It's not a particular person. It is an energy. And that's why some people can't hang. Okay? That's why some people can't hang. So do yourself a favor and unattach, detach, that's the word. Thank you. Detach from the need for it to be a specific person. It's freeing. And it's also, now you go, oh, why am I accepting this bullshit behavior? Why? It's keeping me from ascending. It's keeping me actually from twin flame union. That's why we have been stuck. I want to say a lot of us have been stuck for a year or more, because we believe that a person, a particular person, and I can't understand how to get around this. I can't understand how to move past this. Twin flame is not a person. It's an energy. Okay? So you can say, so when you do that, when you release a low vibration connection, because of third party, because of, we'll get to the narcissists in a second, okay? I haven't forgotten about you, narcissists. We'll get to you. When you release the need for it to be a certain person, you're going higher vibration. You're moving in higher vibration. That's really important right now. Okay, another sign that you're moving into twin flame union, really you're moving into union with yourself so you can be whole, so when that other person who's whole you can be in union with, is you're willing to, this is like 1 and 1A. You're facing your fear of losing love. When you tell someone to F off because they're treating you badly, the thing that happens is like, oh no, I am afraid of losing love. I am afraid that if I do this, if I kick this person out of my life, or if I do this, I will never have love again. Because this is my twin. This is what I'm here to do. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true. Okay? That is the fear that needs to be overcome. The fear of losing love. And that's why it's been so hard to kick this person out of your life. If this person has been doing bad shit, and you're just accepting it and allowing it, and maybe you're modifying it, and you're like, okay, well, I'm doing a little better, I'm trying to heal, and all that kind of stuff. Look at the big picture here. The big picture here is about ascension. The big picture is y'all are leaders in elevating consciousness, in expanding the consciousness on this planet, in raising the vibration on this planet. So giddy up. Giddy up, not a moment to spare. We are on our way. And when you release this whole idea that you will not lose love, in fact, when you do that, when you say, I no longer accept this behavior because it is hurtful, because it is not high vibration, it is low vibration shit. I'm here to tell you, when you stand up for yourself and when you embrace, I deserve one-to-one love. I deserve someone who says, yes, yes, you. Yes, me. You're saying, yes, me. That's what you're doing. And so when you're in the third party, you're saying, no, it's okay. I'm not worthy of your full-time attention. I'm not worthy of this. And I'm doing it because I think it's twin flame. That's why a lot of people are still stuck in this. How can I want to, see, seriously, hanged man. Okay, we're going to keep that up. This is a big important thing, facing your fear of losing love. Okay? They can't hang if they don't step up. So if you've been hanging on, this is number 3, if you've been hanging on to a particular person and they're just not doing it, they have terrible food habits, they abuse themselves with alcohol or with gambling or with other low vibration stuff, or they just hate themselves, or they're always saying how ugly they are, they just have no self-worth or whatever, they can't hang. Okay? And as much as you may love this person and want to help them and want, you all y'all are empaths, I know you are, it's not helping them for you to hang in that low vibration. Okay? They may never choose to get out of that low vibration, but it's not helping you for sure. It's not helping them for sure also if you hang in that low vibration with them. It gives them permission to stay there. Okay? So when you say, I no longer allow this in my life, I am elevating my vibration, I am moving on, I am being in my high vibration. You want to come? Fabulous. Do the work. Do the work. Bye. And then detach. Because the thing is, there's 2 things will happen. One of 2 things will happen. They will disappear from your life and someone new will come in who can hang. Or they will show up again as a king, not as a knight. And that's what you want. And you can't hang there and do it for them. Because healers, as you know, you're really facilitating them doing the healing work. You're really a facilitator, okay? You're helping channel energy. You're holding space. You're doing things for people that are giving them permission to heal. But they're doing it, okay? They're doing it. So this is important. They can't hang if you stay in low vibration with them. And if you move up in vibration and they disappear, well, then they haven't done the work anyway. Remember, twin is an energy, not a person. Detach, detach, detach. So I want to talk about narcissists right now, because we've talked about narcissism before. Why so many empaths? Why are we all on this twin flame journey? And so many of us. Can narcissists be twin flames? All this kind of stuff. Here's what I want to say to you. You're attracting narcissists in your life because you're in graduate school. These people are fucking great teachers. I have had 4 versions over the past 10 years, and not necessarily diagnosable or anything like that, but behavior that is either selfish or is they're wanting something and there's very little giving. It's a lot. Definitely 2 were probably diagnosable, okay? Also, covert narcissism, if you don't know what that is, there's some very good people on YouTube. I recommend a couple of people. I will recommend some people below. If you want to know, ask the question. But getting out of those unhealthy behaviors is the thing that is going to serve you most. And the reason that narcissists come into your life is because somewhere before you incarnated, you asked for them. You asked for this. And you know why? Because you need jet fuel. You are on this ascension path. You are a leader. Most leaders come across those narcissists more often than once, because you're a strong empath, you're a strong attractor, you're a strong do-it person, you're a strong healing person, you're a strong empathetic person, compassionate person. It is absolutely like chocolate and good wine for a narcissist. Okay, you're like a little chewy morsel. Awesome. And you have asked for this graduate course in self-protection, in self-love, in super strong. This right now during Lionsgate, as we're moving into Lionsgate, this is a super strong thing that is happening right now. This is the time for you to stand up for yourself. This is the time for you to go, oh. And if you've been holding on to a narcissist because you believe they're your twin, again, twin flame is not a person, it's an energy. You may have a deep connection with this person because they are teaching you in like spades how to self-protect, okay? How to stand up for yourself. Not taking any more of people's BS. How to get out of those things, all right? This is not about runner chaser, okay? We've already talked about runner chaser today. It's about bad behavior. It's about cycles and cycles and cycles of accepting bad behavior because you belief is your twin. The big takeaway here is twin flame is not a person, it's an energy. Okay? So people choose to meditate. People choose to do healing work. People choose, we're all on this ascension path, people. Every single person on this planet is on this ascension path. But when you're in higher vibrations, you attract other people in higher vibration, right? And so those are the people who are going to be able to hang. Those are the ones who can hang. So your attraction of narcissists, that's like, I applied for a PhD. You're getting it. This is a PhD, okay? Every single one of us who has attracted narcissists are leaders. Leadership. You got to have a lot of experiences and see a lot of shit to be a leader. You got to go through the graduate course. You got to get your PhD. And that's why you're doing. That's what you're doing by attracting that person. Twin flame is not a person. It's an energy. That person is not that energy. Okay? What can I learn from this? Remember at the end of the Mercury retrograde, I said, grab your journal and write down all the lessons you are learning right now, because this is how you're going to come into union. Coming into union is the energy of high vibration love. When you don't give a shit about the twin flame label, when you don't care, it's certainly not holding you back. It's not allowing it. You are no longer taking bullshit, bad behavior, third parties, people lying to you, people cheating on you, people trying to hold on to you without really giving in relationships, somebody who is just like in and out of your life, player energy, any of these things, low vibration shit. They hate themselves. They're looking to you to help heal them on some soul level. And your soul is saying to you, the higher self is saying, see, that's low vibration. Kick it up. Kick it up. Kick it up. That's why these things are appearing in your life. You're on the path. Check box. Oh, okay. I see the third party thing. Check box. Done. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Don't need to do that again. Because that's low vibration. I'm going in higher vibration. My job is to be a leader. I better get my shit together. Okay? Because I'm carrying a torch. And here is this bonus that I've been promising you. If you want to see what is blocking your path, besides this boundaries, third party, all this other stuff, we're all talking here about self-love, right? A big one here is willing to stand up for yourself and what you want and facing your fear of losing love. That is a huge one on this path. But the bonus here is if you want to see what's blocking your self-love, look at how you're critical of other people, how you're judgmental of other people. Oh, they're so lazy. Somewhere in there, unconsciously, is a person who would love to be lazy, and you are rejecting that about yourself. And so you're critical of that person's laziness because you're like, shit, I'd like to do that. Why don't I get to be the one? Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Okay? Think about it. What is it about others that you criticize, that you're judgmental about? Because we're all listen, we all judge other people. I don't care if you're, there's very few people who have incarnated on this planet. You can name them probably on one hand, who were true saints. Well, maybe more than one hand, because there was a lot of true saints on this planet. But regardless, Jesus still had anger, right? He upended the tables in the temple, right? He had this anger about that stuff. What is it that you criticize about others? What is that telling you? Who is in your life that you're always criticizing them about, oh, they're terrible communicators. No communication. They don't tell me what's going on at all. Guess what? That's reflecting back to you something you need to fix about yourself that may be subconscious. Maybe you don't realize that about yourself. But this is your higher self. This is your process that the universe is showing you what you need to work on. It's triggering you for a reason. I don't like dumb people. I don't like people who don't read. I don't like people who are judgmental. Right? I don't like, that person is so self-righteous. That person drinks too much. That person is too slutty. Look at those clothes they're wearing. Oh my God, really? That person is a cheater. That person, right? Go on and on. What are you criticizing about people? They don't have a purpose in their life. They don't know where they're going. Okay? I was definitely criticized for being the creative one. Okay? My brain is not very linear, as you can tell. It's not really linear. I have to write notes to keep me on track here because I do go off in tangents. And that's how one of my gifts is that I can see big picture stuff and I can see connections between things. That's why that's why when I'm doing a reading, I can see connections between them because that's one of my gifts. Okay. And so there was definitely a lot of criticism of that of me in school. Not in literature class, not in creative classes, but in math or science. And as it turns out, guess what? Some of the most advanced scientists are the ones who are creative thinkers because they allow their brain to see connections that other people don't. This is the cool thing about what is happening now on this planet is that we think there's the science-y people and there's the literature people and arts people, the drama people, the theater people. Really? These people are coming back around to seeing how important creativity is. And these people are seeing how important rationality is. It's a circle. It's a circle. Everything's a circle. Okay? Everything is a circle. If you feel like you're so far away from somebody on something, the way we're going to get together again is realize it's a circle. Okay? I used to, I don't want to inject politics here at all. I don't talk about that on this channel. But one of my first jobs was a political producer for NBC. And I used to say this to the reporter who I was working with, Dick Kay in Chicago, Channel 5, was an awesome guy. He's passed away a few years ago now. And I used to say to him, I believe that politics is a circle. It is not a straight line. It's not like, woo, the right over here and the left over here. Actually, they come together and they cross over. Okay? And so when I think we start to see that, I feel like our politics will even out a little bit better, because we are not getting polarized in any of these things is what's causing us so much trouble. But you know what it's doing? It's upending institutions. It's upending things that need to be rethought. It's also showing us that, oh, we were kind of being kept in a box thinking this way. And it's freeing people to think different ways. Now, I don't condone a lot of stuff of what's going on right now. Don't want to give you the wrong impression. Okay? Not there. All right? I'm just saying to you that ascension is changing how we're going to be living on this planet. It's upending institutions like marriage. It's upending institutions like traditional religion. It's upending those things, but not in a bad behavior way. It's upending them in a way of moving toward more love. Because if some of those institutions get corrupted by things that bring them down into low vibration, then what's the new vibration of it? What's the higher echelon of it? What's the new version of it? What's the new earth version of it? Okay? That's where we're going. So, I think this is a long enough video. All right, I've done a lot of, this is 31 minutes, probably this is 45-minute video. I feel like that is what I wanted to say. I know I got more information in that download I got last night. I'm going to continue to do some videos. I am now going to do a reading for everybody, each zodiac for the week. Y'all are going to get a reading for this week's energies. I'll be putting up some timeless videos that I've already done about pick a card readings and other stuff that you might enjoy, and hopefully you like them. And this video, I feel like, is the first in a long line of, it's moving from this the Empress Club twin flame videos into this how do I ascend kind of videos, and that's what I'm going to be adding to the channel. So I hope that that is of use to you. Hope you like that. Please let me know. So, short review. Twin flame is not a person, it's an energy. That's the mindset shift. So number 1, no longer taking bullshit bad behavior. Number 2, willing to stand up for yourself and what you want. This is the corollary to facing your fear of losing love. Ooh, if I speak out, ooh, if I tell this person to go pound sand, I'm never going to have love in my life. That is a fallacy. In fact, you are going to attract higher vibration love by doing that. Maybe from that same person, because they will be like, oh, that's what we're doing now. Or from somebody who can hang. And number 3, they can't hang if they don't step up, because you're going places. You are leaders in this ascension, okay? And the bonus here is, if you want to see what's blocking your self-love, your ability to release from this kind of lower vibration stuff and truly love yourself, the number 1 indicator that someone does not love themselves is they criticize stuff. They are judgmental. And what are they criticizing? This is projection. This is showing you and them what they have to heal in themselves in order to fully embrace self-love. So there you go. All right. Yes, Hanged Man. This is looking at things differently. This is looking at all these paradigms and belief systems that you have differently, hanging yourself upside down, putting yourself in an uncomfortable position in order to ascend, in order to gain enlightenment. Hanged Man, that's where we are. Okay? All right. I hope you enjoyed this video.